Okay, guys, how's all going? Sapphire42 here. Just looking to give a bit of a Socceroos update. Um, you probably don't know, but I'm a massive football fan, and especially Australia being my home country, I follow them with an absolute passion. So, I'll give you an overview of what I'm going to do here today. Um, I'm going to go through most of the players that I think um, are in the Socceroos picture. I'm not going to go for the ones that don't get many caps very often, or it's more to the future and what who I think will play at the 2010 South Africa World Cup. So yeah, here we go. I'll start from the goalkeepers down the defenders, midfielders, and strikers at the end. Okay, goalkeepers. With the number one jersey, obviously being with Mark Schwarzer, in my opinion, the best player in the Premier League last season. He was definitely the best improver, and by stats, he was the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, and that's something you just can't take away from him. There has been interest from several other clubs, big ones too. I even heard Arsenal and Bayern Munich were looking for him, but he's opted to stay at Fulham to at least this season. Next season, I don't know. By next season, he would have retired, so gives him a bit more time. But I do realise he would like to come back to the A-League, so whether that plays a part in his final decision, I don't know. Michael Petkovic, the understudy, had a massive season. Had a massive season at Sivasspor in Turkey. They just fell short, so for a goalkeeper to be involved in a title fight in one of Europe's top leagues is only a benefit to himself and Australia. Brad Jones did get relegated with Middlesbrough last season in the English Premier League, but they did sell Ryan Turnbull to another English Premier League club. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but that gives Brad Jones the number one jersey and also helps us, the Socceroos, in backing up our goalkeeping options. Michael Theoklitos, the former Melbourne Victory, is also looking to get into the Socceroos picture frame, and he is signed with League One side in England with Norwich City. Big club, and look for them to be back in the Championship next year. But he will have to fight for his place within that squad. And Ante Kovic has moved to Elfsborg in Sweden to get a couple more games under his belt and hopefully work his way into the Australian coach Pimmervake's foresight. Okay, moving on to the defenders. Our captain Lucas Neal. He is a free agent as of now. I know he is in talks with West Ham and Galatasaray. He's just asking for more money, basically, and West Ham aren't really giving it because they're not really giving out any money to any of their players if you have a look at some of their squad. So that's all I know really on that situation. Michael Beecham has had a bit of a dodgy season at Aalborg in Denmark, so expect him to be moving also, I think. Craig Moore, former Australia captain for Brisbane, now plays for Brisbane Roar. He will be playing this year with Brisbane Roar, but will go out on a loan deal to either Melbourne Victory or I can't think of the other team. I think it's Adelaide United. Yes, Adelaide United, who will be playing in the Asian Champions League, and that will just get him some match practice and move him into the final stages of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. So he has some match fitness under his belt. Breaking news, Patrick Kisnorbo, the former defender of Leicester City, has signed with Leeds United. He accompanies Neil Kilkenny, also an Australian playing for Leeds. He did leave Leicester City, and that really leaves him on the back foot, really, because Leicester have already moved up to the Championship, so he's still staying in League One with Leeds, but Leeds being Leeds, you can expect them to rise once again. Reece Williams, the newest Australian to the squad, really. He did play a couple of games for the Wales under 23 team, I think, or 21 team, and he's just moved to the Australian team. he's got a shocking English accent, and you can bloody tell. He's playing for Middlesbrough right now, and he was on loan to the newly promoted Burnley last season, so Burnley may ask to keep him. Now I don't know. Moving down, David Carney. He's contracted to Sheffield United for another year, but they have released a statement saying they don't want him. He's up on market. I really don't know who's in the picture frame for this. I'm hoping an English Premier League team, because he's good enough for it, and we actually need a couple of Aussies. We've had, God, with Newcastle and Middlesbrough, only just top of my head 3 Socceroos have gone down. So yeah, not looking good for us in the English Premier League. So it would be good to have David Carney up there. Scott Chigfield extended his stay for another season at FC Basel in Switzerland. Expect him to come home next season to the A-League when they put in another, I think it's a Wollongong team into the A-League, so he'll be coming home for that. Chris Coyne, bloody Chris Coyne, 30 years of age, still got 3 years left in him in the top flight football, has come back to Perth Glory. Yes, you heard me, Perth Glory. I just don't understand these really, really good Socceroos coming back, stepping down to the A-League, and I'm not bagging the A-League whatsoever, but if you want to be in the Socceroos squad, and we're going to be taking on the world's best, and you can't be playing in Perth Glory and being confident enough playing, I think it's 20-something games a season, opposed to 40-something games a season. It's just not on, and I'm not happy with it. Luke Wilkshire killed it, so I've heard, in Dynamo Moscow in Russia. We don't get much coverage over here, so I don't know much about him, but all I hear is good raps about him. Okay, moving down to the midfielders. Timmy Cahill. We all know Timmy Cahill is an absolute starlet. I have heard that he's had transfer talks with Arsenal, believe it or not. But I think he's an Everton man, and he'll always stay an Everton man. And I doubt he'll even come back to the A-League. He may for one season, but nothing when he'll have nothing really to give back. He'll be in the right at the end of his career, maybe in his late 30s, maybe. Jason Collina. If you listened to my last video, you would know my disappointment in him coming back to coming to the A-League with Gold Coast United. It's just an absolute joke, especially at the age of 28. It's I could post a whole video about it, and you might or may not. I don't know. Okay, another one. Jacob Burns coming back to Perth Glory. Now this bloke, he was hardly getting a game for the Socceroos when he was playing in the Romanian league. So what makes him think to come back to Perth Glory he's going to get a game for the Socceroos? He's not. It's just absolute bullcrap, and it pisses me off. We've got Nicky Carl of Crystal Palace. Pipovic has expressed his feelings that he doesn't like Nicky Carl being in that club because it doesn't suit his style, and that's really hurt him, to be honest. So yeah, it would be in his best interest to move clubs, maybe to another championship club, or to maybe a relegation battle side in the English Premier League. Vinny Grella is next up. Vinny Grella does play for Blackburn Rovers, only played a handful of games last season after moving from Torino. He's just been really, really unlucky with injuries. It's been really sad because he's getting to the end of his career. I know he's only 29, but he's coming to the end of his peak, to put it that way. So for him to be injured and not be able to play in the English Premier League, it really hurts to see. And I expect him to be firing fit, because he is one of the most fittest players. In my opinion, he is the fittest player. He could run all day. It's just he's not good in the heat. But in the English Premier League, usually he'll be running. He runs the 90 minutes, the whole game. So yeah, so hopefully no injuries, and he goes really well. Okay, guys, this is probably going to have to be another part to this. I'm only halfway through the midfielders. I still got a couple of more midfielders, and then I'll get on to the forwards and have a bit of a chat about that. So yeah, please post a comment, whatever you want to do. But yeah, please stay tuned, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear. If there's anything I haven't said, let me know. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. Please stay tuned.